All right, let's dive right in. We're about to crack open the 6-Minute X-ray, a really powerful guide from Chase Hughes about seeing what people are truly thinking and feeling. Getting past the surface level stuff. By the time we're done here, you're going to have a whole new toolkit for seeing the truth that's hiding just behind their eyes. And look, Hughes makes a pretty bold promise right from the get-go. He's basically saying he's going to show us how to uncover everything hidden behind those social masks. We're talking insecurity, fear, even secret decisions. It's a huge claim, right? So let's see how he backs it up. So this whole thing starts with a problem we all kind of know exists, even if we don't talk about it. To get along, to be accepted, every single one of us puts on a front, a certain version of ourselves. We all wear a mask.
I mean, think about it. You've definitely had this happen. You're talking with someone and they're saying all the right things, everything sounds fine, but you just get this gut feeling that something's off. You can't put your finger on it, but you just know the words don't match up with what's really going on.
Well, guess what? That gut feeling isn't some kind of magic. It's actually your ancient, nonverbal mammalian brain just doing its job. This is the part of us that evolved over millions of years to read behavior and emotion, but here's the catch. It can't talk. So it sends a feeling, what we call intuition, up to our modern logical neocortex. And then the neocortex has to scramble to come up with a story to explain that feeling.
So the big question is, how do we start to consciously see what our gut is already picking up on? Well, Hughes gives us a brand new filter to see the world through, and it's built on 4 fundamental laws of human behavior.
Okay, law number 1. It's a little heavy, I'll admit, but it's absolutely crucial. At our very core, we are all driven by this ancient primal need for social acceptance. It's wired into us, and that powerful drive to belong makes us all pretty fragile and, deep down, fundamentally insecure. And that leads us straight into law number 2. Because we're insecure, everyone is wearing a mask. We build this persona, right? This carefully crafted image of who we are just so we can fit in and feel accepted. It's not about being fake in a bad way, it's just a basic human survival strategy. Now, law number 3 is where it gets really interesting. This is the unspoken rule that holds the whole system together. For the masks to actually work, we all have to participate in this silent agreement to not acknowledge that they even exist. We all know they're there, but we all just pretend they're not. And finally, law number 4 kind of brings it all home. Our behaviors as adults, the very specific masks we choose to wear, are so often just unconscious reactions. They're based on beliefs we formed when we were kids about how to get praise and how to avoid getting hurt. Okay, so that's the mindset, the foundation. Now let's get into the practical skills. And we're going to start with the eyes, because in any conversation, they are the number one thing people look at. And wow, do they reveal a lot. You have to check this out. A person's blink rate is like a direct pipeline into what's going on inside their head. When someone's calm and totally focused, their blink rate can slow way down, maybe to just 3 blinks a minute. But when they get stressed or uncomfortable, it can shoot up to over 70. Now, the key isn't the number itself, it's the sudden change in the speed. That's the signal. All right, next up is a signal that is lightning fast. Seriously, you've seen this a million times, but you've probably never even consciously noticed it. It's called the eyebrow flash. This little gesture, it's pure, ancient programming we inherited from our primate ancestors. It's that quick upward flick of the eyebrows, and it is a universal, totally unconscious sign of friendliness and recognition. It basically says, hey, I'm not a threat. It's one of the most important signals you can spot in the first few seconds of meeting someone new. Okay, let's broaden our toolkit a bit now, moving beyond just the eyes. Because trust me, the rest of the body is constantly broadcasting information, often in ways people have absolutely no clue about. This is one of the most accurate tells you will ever learn. When you see someone's lips suddenly pressed together really tightly, that is a massive signal that they're holding something back. They might be nodding along, saying, yeah, that sounds great, but their lips are practically screaming that they disagree or have an objection they're not voicing. Here's another one that's super subtle, but it's pure gold once you know to look for it. I'm not talking about a big, two-shouldered, shrug. No, this is the quick, almost invisible, single-sided shrug. It doesn't matter if it's the person talking or the person listening, this tiny little gesture signals a lack of confidence in whatever was just said. So if someone tells you, oh yeah, I'm 100% on board, but you see that one little shoulder twitch up, you know for a fact there's some doubt there. And you know the hands don't lie either. It really comes down to two simple movements. Watch for what's called digital extension. That's just when the fingers relax and move away from the palm. It shows comfort, agreement. The opposite is digital flexion, when the fingers subtly start to curl inward toward the palm. That signals stress, doubt, or disagreement. It's an awesome little barometer for the emotional temperature of a conversation. Okay, so we've gathered all these individual signals, right? The blink rate, the lip press, the shoulder shrug. But how do we actually put all these pieces together to get some real actionable insight into what's going on? Now, this right here is the most important rule of all. Do not fall into the trap of thinking one little gesture means one specific thing. A single action all by itself is just noise. The real signal, the thing that tells you everything, is a change from their normal behavior. And here's the simple 3-step process you can use every single time. First, you've got to establish a baseline. Just watch how the person acts when the conversation is totally neutral and normal. That's their default state. Second, you watch for changes from that baseline. A sudden spike in blinking, a quick lip purse. And third, and this is the real key, you identify the context. What exact word, what topic, what question made them change? That is where the truth is hiding.
So there you have it. You've just been handed the keys to see the human matrix, this incredible ability to look past the words and see what's really happening behind the mask. So my question to you is this: with this new superpower, what are you going to look for first?